Chat, I'm afraid the gun might have misfired on this one. I was really excited for Peacemaker Season 2. I have been excited since the first season. I really liked the first season. And I knew it was going to be a continuation of Superman to an extent, and so that was obviously super exciting. Peacemaker Season 2 just ended. I finished the finale as of 20 minutes ago, and I have a lot to say about it. I'm going to start spoiler-free, because I know it just came out, so I'll talk about the season as a whole, and then we're going to have a spoiler-filled rant about the finale. Let's start with the good. I think that John Cena is perfect for this character, and he steals the show whenever he's on screen. He clearly really cares about the character, and he clearly really likes playing Peacemaker, and I really hope we get to see more of him soon. All the other side characters are good to an extent. I think they're all worse, especially Economos versus last season. I don't think Economos is bad. I think he's a little unfunny, and we'll talk about that in the negativity in a minute. But I think the story overall is more engaging than the first season. I think the concept of this season is a lot more interesting than the first season, and I think that it has a lot more personal stake to our characters, even though I think it could have been handled better. And I think that it's just an overall more engaging season. The acting is great. The effects are great. It's flashy. The intro is a banger. I think it's better than the first season, which is not something I think I would be able to say. The jokes and the licensed music are excessive, and it's really annoying after a time. In Marvel movies, when you see a bad joke, you roll your eyes and it's gone in 2 seconds. But in Peacemaker Season 2, the jokes just keep going. Not only do they last a long time, but they keep coming back. Adrian has a reoccurring joke about animals that keeps coming back. Economos is the worst of this, and he has a joke about being socially awkward and being unable to do things. And it's a joke, and it's annoying. There's a bird blindness joke that goes on forever, and then it comes back over and over again. Eagle-E has a stupid subplot where he's the god of eagles. It's so bad. And that's where the spoiler-free stuff stops. From now on, spoilers. You have been warned. The season sets up a lot of stuff that I find interesting, but none of them are paid off effectively. The biggest contributor to this is that James Gunn is the head of DC Studios and now can make whatever he wants, and I think that he thinks that his funny content is a lot funnier than it actually is, and I really do think that he had a missed opportunity with some of these concepts. He really wanted to do the Earth X stuff, which I think is really effective when it's done right. Chris going to another universe and experiencing the things that he wants is really cool. The penultimate second last episode is crazy good. We get to see exactly what makes his dad tick. His dad in this universe is not a bad guy. His dad in this season, just someone who's living life and wants to help people and can't really help it. He lives in a Nazi city-state. That's really interesting, and I really like how they actually made me care about him, and then he gets slimed by Adrian 2 seconds later. It's super cool. And then Chris's brother, Keith, gets to experience what he experienced just barely. But instead of Chris killing Keith and his dad getting mad at him, Chris is subtly responsible for his dad's death, and now Keith is mad at him, and it really breaks Peacemaker. That is super cool. But guess what? You don't get to see any of that in the finale. Keith isn't even mentioned in the finale. He's not even in the finale. The finale is literally a setup for Superman 2, and that is the biggest problem with this season. The finale, which has been hyped up for the last couple weeks, is nothing more than a stupid prologue to Superman 2. I love Superman. I'm a big Superman guy. But James Gunn went out of his way and was on record saying that the projects in the DCEU need to be standalone, and they have to be able to stand by themselves. They can connect with each other, and that's just fine, but they have to be individual projects that you can watch in a vacuum without, like, if I didn't know Superman 2 was coming out, I would have been like, what the hell are they talking about? What are they setting up? Peacemaker Season 2 is strictly, the finale especially, is strictly a Superman teaser. And that's really dumb when James Gunn specifically said that's not what he wanted to do. He wanted to make his projects individual. And I hate to say this, I really like James Gunn. I really think that him getting backlash for this finale is the best thing. It's really rough. He just flew by the seat of his pants and did a lot of things that he wanted to do and didn't do any of them well. I was going to give it a 7 out of 10 before that finale. After that finale, unfortunately, I think I have to give it a 5. Maybe even a 4. I am really frustrated at how that finale was planned and how it was executed. They set up Rick Flag Jr. They have him in the alternate universe and they introduce him and they reveal that he was getting with Harcourt secretly, and they made the original 2016 Suicide Squad canon, but we're not going to talk about that. They only use Rick Flag Jr. as a joke. He literally is in 3 scenes and all of them are played for jokes. He doesn't interact with his father one time. He doesn't interact with Peacemaker substantially. He doesn't find out what happened to his alternate self. The only people who even know that he's from another universe is his brother and dad, and his dad's dead now. So it's so stupid, and they really missed a fantastic opportunity with Rick Flag Jr. The last thing I want to talk about is Rick Flag Sr. Rick Flag Sr. is completely different than him in Creature Commandos. Imagine if Walter White went evil in 1 season. His descent into villainy is just as rushed as Daenerys Targaryen. It is shocking how evil he is in that final episode. He literally doesn't even interact with Peacemaker one time. The only thing he does is hang out with Lex Luthor's goons and kill his own men just to find a prison for metahumans. He literally turns into Lex Luthor. He literally could have been replaced by Lex Luthor in that finale. He doesn't do anything but be an evil psychopath. And then the bird blindness guy joins the 11th Street Kids, which also came out of nowhere. Cyborg girlfriend joins the 11th Street Kids, which didn't come out of nowhere. That was set up, but it still was a little abrupt. And then finally, they kidnap Peacemaker and they throw him in the wildlands. It's so bad. It's dumb. It's atrocious. Man, this finale really was not good. That's enough for me. Bye.